of yours. Monday coffee brewing strong. Headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. News and tips coming through the stream. Productivity high, chasing the dream. Turn it up, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. The industry buzz lighting up the sky. New trends rising, don't let them pass by. Personality growth, that's the key. Unlocking doors to where you wanna be. Turn it up, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Industry buzz lighting up the sky. New trends rising, don't let them pass by. Personality growth, that's the key. Unlocking doors to where you wanna be. Turn it up, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Monday morning, coffee's brewing strong. Got my headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. News and tips coming through the stream. Productivity high, chasing that dream. Industry buzz lighting up the sky. New trends rising, can't let them pass by. Personality development, that's the key. Unlocking doors to where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Midday slump, don't let it creep. Sage advice for dreams you wanna keep. Interviews with the pros on the rise, helping you to see through clearer eyes. Inspiration flowing through the wire. Words that lift you, taking you higher. Tune and listen, it's a daily routine, where the VA radio boosting your scene. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio, where you wanna be. Got my headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. We're the VA radio boosting your scene. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. VA radio where you wanna be.
Are you ready to unlock your full potential as a virtual assistant? Well, it's time to level up with Coach Drey, the VA coach. Tune in as Coach Drey shows you exactly how to. 1. Learn the tasks that set you apart. 2. Understand their purpose and power. 3. Master the process like a pro. 4. Earn money while working from home. 5. And achieve the financial freedom you've been dreaming of. This is your chance to build a flexible, profitable future. Now let's hear from our Mr. VA coach, Drey Senior.
What's up? What's up? Good evening, everyone. Good evening sa lahat taga VA Radio team. And for those who tuned in right now, happy Saturday. All Mindanaoans and Bisaya who speak Bisaya. So good evening lahat, and even for our taga Luzon, Bisaya, taga Luzon brothers and sisters. Once again, Mr. VA Coach is back here at your service, Drey Samyon. Tonight we'll be discussing about cold calling. So basically, it's just a fundamental that we'll be discussing. We call it tonight webinar. It's the ultimate cold calling foundation webinar. All right. So let me see if how many people are here. Let me check my screen. Bum 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 bum. Okay, hang on. Let's go, guys. All right. So I know everybody was shocked what happened March 11, and especially the VA radios from Davao. And I was able to live for almost a year in Davao. So I feel you guys, and I'm with you. Okay, so let's talk about cold calling. So basically, cold calling is almost in need or almost part of any operations or any niches, especially in the US. Cold calling, it's one way of getting prospects, leads, or helping the sales, injecting sales, or sometimes it became the booster of the sales. So depend on how the business owners are using it, what's their approach. But cold calling is still, even though we got AI nowadays, but cold calling is still in need. It's one of the tasks or one of the jobs that's always be in demand. So if you don't know what is cold calling is actually doing outbound call and reaching out people or businesses offering certain service or products. Cold calling. Now, if you watch, I don't know if you watch Boiler Room, that was one of the old movies I love, and I think the recent one is the one from Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street. If you guys seen that, it's a perfect example. Cold calling. So, yeah, why cold calling is really important if you are starting as a VA. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't like sales or you don't have sales experience. You cannot be a cold caller. That's wrong. You can be a cold caller. Anybody can be a cold caller, important thing only is number one, you can communicate. You can communicate. You have you have a little accents or no, you're good. And also you can communicate in neutral English. That's the most important thing, guys. And you know what? I've known people. I'm one of them actually that I started so thick accent. I started with the broken English, but broken neutral English, but I just keep going and keep practicing, and I was able to like reach the level that I'm doing business development. Business development is it's like it's somewhat like the highest. I might be wrong, but to my observation, to my experience, business development is the highest level of doing cold calling. So yeah, let's dive right into the first for the first slide. So cold calling, the ultimate cold calling foundation webinar tonight. We'll be talking about dialers, calling list, web form, skip tracing, and techniques, strategies to get the job done. So that's what we are about to tackle. Okay, so let's go right away with the dialer. What's dialer or auto dialer? So the word itself, auto dialer, is a software either installed on your computer or it's a web base. So that's where you can dial or make phone calls without using a hard phone or a cell phone. So if you take a look at the image, let me check. If you Let me check it here. Hang on. Okay, yes. So if you can take a look at the image, um, if you have experience in big call centers, they usually have a hard desk or a desk phone. That's what you can see right there. Those are hard phones or VoIP phones. VoIP phones because it can make you calls using internet, voice over IP process or system. Now, because of that VoIP phone and you're using that handset, you can make calls to anybody in the US if working in the US um, area or UK or probably Australia or Canada. So you can see this phone, this not exactly, but somewhat the same hard phone if you watch Wolf of Wall Street. By the way, I'm not I'm not being paid just to plug it, okay? Just setting it as an example. Now, if you noticed Wolf of Wall Street, they're actually calling people and offering their service. And they have these notes of prospects that they think would would probably accept what they're gonna offer. So this is auto dialer. That's auto. I mean, this is where it started. Good evening, JJ. So auto dialer nowadays, or after so many, I think decade or I don't know how many decade it started because they found out one of the software engineers or I don't know if there's a telecom engineer, software telecom engineer. Probably there is a guy like that. They were able to find ways on how to make calls faster because this one is manual. Nagma-manual ka dito, it would take time. If you're doing manual, probably you can make calls. You can talk to probably 50 people in a day for the whole 8 hours, and then tomorrow again and again. But if it's automatic dialing, it means it dials numbers automatically. You don't need to press 281-417-0118 or something, right? So that's why it's called auto dialer. So this is the example of hard disk phone, and this is the reason why auto dialer was created because this one is taking time. So there is a let's go to the sample of the names or names of auto dialers nowadays or auto dial. So if you can see on the next image, auto dialer sample. So those are Vichy dial. So if you um, wait, I think let me mm, okay. So let me plug this in. I think it's not syncing, but it's auto dial. Let me put this one right here. So I put it on the chat, on the comment. Okay, those are the example. So those are the example, guys. Vichidial, it's common because that's Vichidial auto dialer is it's free. Actually, you can even find it on the internet and download. The challenge right there is you just need to know how to install it in a computer for you to use it as a server. So you have to install it in a computer like a CPU, your desktop, and then configure it. But you're gonna have to put loads on that software so that you can start dialing. And there are a lot of loader or auto dialer loaders, or they call it termination service, so that you can make calls. So you can search it on the internet. How does it looks like Vichida? But that's one of the example. Call tools. One of my actually favorite one because it's a little bit Vichidile. I also love Vichidile, especially long time ago. That's where I was able to familiar with dialers because there's a lot of settings. Like it's very complex. Call tools is the same, but it's more presentable. Not really, the appearance. You can also search that one. You can see how it looks like. And probably before we end later, I'm going to share my screen if I can to show you how, I mean, what's really, what's really the automatic dialer looks like in a real deal or in a real action. Just call. So I had experience with just call as well. So it's the same. You can search it on the internet. So what it does is to help you still do the same, make automatic calls. And call rail, the same thing. All of these four examples are auto dialers. Now, what what you can think of is imagine if you log in, you have username and password when you go to their links. And once you log in right there, you'll be able to see some settings on the left side or probably on the front page, and you can click campaign or join, or like buttons of numbers or dial pad page where you can start clicking the phone numbers and hit calls. And once you're done, hang up and put up or create your disposition. So there's a lot of topics that we can discuss actually about auto dialers, guys, and how to navigate. And that's part of our specialized training that we're offering. But for now, we're just going to talk about the foundation, okay, of cold calling. So let's go to the next one, calling list. Now, if you notice this image going forward, I made it very minimal. It's just the word calling list so that I'll be able to give you more explanation or topics or talk about it. So calling list, the word itself, calling list. So it's a list of prospects, like I've shared earlier or talked to you earlier, right? The Wall Street movie na meron silang prospect list. So it's called calling list. Long time ago, they put it on a piece of paper, on a notepad, or a bond paper right there, putting the name of the company, the contact name of the contact person, or yeah, contact person's name, phone number, and address, and what type of companies. So that's what we call calling list. It's a list of those. Now, the calling list nowadays is no longer in a sheet and a piece of paper. It's already on on a Google Sheet form or Excel form. So that's where you can see all all the names. If your company that you're working with is targeting residential, so you find name of the person, phone number, addresses, their home addresses. So if your company is targeting businesses, so you can see name of the company, or probably start with the website and the name of the company, and then the contact person's name, the phone number, the email, and then the address of the company. So, and you can see like thousands of them right there on the Excel sheet. So I know probably a lot of you will be asking, how can you use it using with the auto dial, right? So there are two ways. Either you can do it manually, copy the phone number and go to your auto dialer, paste it on the dedicated page or area where you can click call. You do that, and once you're done, hang up and then put the disposition. Disposition is like the description of what happened to your call. If it's a bad or let's say not connected or disconnected phone number, prospect or leads, you can put it right there. Depends on how this the settings and configuration or disposition configuration of your auto dialer. So the other option of using calling list with your auto dialer is actually to upload your calling list. You'll be uploading your calling list to your dialer. So any of those examples. So once you upload it, or you'll be able to put it inside your dialer system, so that all you have to do is just click which contact name, which business that you would like to call. You don't need to do copy and paste. So that way it's more automated, it's more faster, more efficient, right? And then I mentioned two ways: the manual copy and paste, and then the one it's a bit faster but still manual, click one by one. Or the other option, so three rather. So the third one is it's automatically dialing. So once you start the automatic dial settings or feature, it will just start dialing by itself, and all you have to do is just wait right there if somebody's going to pick up the phone, answer you, and then you can start your spiel. So basically, first one is you three ways on how to use your calling list and your auto dialer. 3 ways. You put your calling list on the right side on the screen of your computer. The other one is your auto dialer software. So what you do is copy the phone number and paste it on your dial pad of your auto dialer and hit call. That's the first one. Second, you put your calling list sheet or file, upload it, let it in or get it inside your automatic software dialer or auto dialer. And then that's where you can click, or other features. Actually, it's common, it's called click to call. That's where you can do click to call, because you can click and then call, click and call. So no need to copy and paste, click and call. The third one is, again, is the automatic one, where you can set the settings or the feature of the auto dialer, which is makes it auto dialer because it has a feature of calling all those one by one, or sometimes calling multiple phone numbers or multiple contact numbers at the same time. Automatic dialing. So whoever picks them up first, that's the person that will be connected to you, and you can start your spiel. So those are the three. So those are the three options or ways on how to use your calling list. Okay. So, by the way, if you have questions you'd like to ask, feel free, and I would love to answer you right here on the on the VA radio page. Good evening, Josh. So let's go to the next slide. Web forms. I think everybody is very aware of the web forms. It's very familiar nowadays, but we always include this uh, topic because just to make sure everybody, especially the newcomers in the industry, or for those people who wanted to transition from BPO to VA industry. So web forms, so most likely it's very common, especially if you're applying for a job. There's always be web forms like Google Forms, right? Where you can type in your phone number, your first name, last name, your address, your email address, even your Facebook or LinkedIn. Sometimes they require it, and upload your sample recording or sample video. So that is a web form, guys. Now, why is it important? Also on the cold calling industry, because once you're done with your call, remember we talk about the automatic software, the auto dialing, and then the second one is your calling list, the source of your prospects for you to call, right? And after the call, if it's a good lead, if it's a prospect, where do you gonna send it? Is it to send it to your email or something? That's gonna take time. It's not efficient. So web form comes, that's where web form comes in, so that you as a cold caller, once you're done with your call and it's a lead, it's a yes or accepting what you're offering over the phone, then you can just copy all those information, the first name, paste it, put it right there on the web form. And once you're done putting and even the notes, you can hit submit. Once you hit submit, it goes into the database where your client has access. Make sense? So you notice the flow. Auto dialer is a tool. Calling list, put it in your auto dialer so that you can make efficient calling. And once you're done the call, once it's a lead, once it's a positive call, then you can paste those information, put it on the web form, and hit submit. Or what I suggest always for cold callers is create their own simple notepad, copy and paste it right there for their backup purposes in case they want to follow up about leads, they want to follow up about their bonuses, because sometimes, especially in the real estate, very very neat bonuses in the real estate. So that's web form. That's where web form comes in for you to submit your lead faster. Now there are clients that not using this, and you, if you know how to create web forms, it's your advantage because you can create your own web form and you can put, I mean, the database where you put all the settings, I mean, the information is actually part of the settings when you create a web form. On the database of that web form, where all the information is located, you can then share that to your client. So your client would appreciate you and would say, because there are clients that doesn't know how to do this. So if you knew how to do this, and this webinar that we have tonight, if you'll be able to apply this when you're applying to any clients for a cold caller, this can help you. This can give you one step ahead. So you might want to take note of that. Now, once your client wants to follow up those people that you called, of course, most of the clients are the ones using follow up call, or they're doing calls on top of your cold calling. So that's where they keep on looking at. So that's where they stay focused on every day. So that's your advantage if you be able to master this process and you know keep on this industry for probably six months or 2 years at most. There's a lot of change. I mean, you'll be able to know that there's a big change with your life as long as you're doing it correctly. So that's web form, everyone. So there, by the way, there are web forms that are paid. There are web forms that is very specialized. It's a different one, but the same functions. They have all the first name, last name. It's paid because the user interface, the page look is very nice. You can put different colors right there, and there's even like an automation feature. So that's why those are paid ones. But for Google, you can use it free, and then it's pretty basic and straightforward. Function wise, so you can use it as a VA, starter VA. It is your advantage if you do that. Okay. So especially the real estate guys, the cold calling is so in demand. Even though we got AI right now, every now and then people wants to have a cold caller, especially if you're trained once. Of course, if you're trained once, if you're being trained by us, you have the advantage. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so skip tracing. Many people want to know what skip tracing is, especially if it's new to you. The word skip tracing is actually another word of sourcing, sourcing, sourcing the information to build your calling list. Diba? We have auto dialer, we have calling list. Now, this calling list, either your client is going to buy it from different online calling list sellers or leads sellers. Now, before they be able to sell it to you, these guys, what they do is they do skip tracing. So skip tracing is actually looking for the numbers, looking for the numbers of those people or of those houses addresses or those company addresses, so that I'll be able to build the calling list completely. Okay, how do you do that? So I'm gonna give you simple example. You search my name. You can go to Google Drey Samyun, and then space contact information. You hit enter. Once you hit enter, you can see a lot of results right there, and all you have to do is just click each one, look for my phone number, and then also my address, my location. And once you have that, then you can go back to your Excel sheet. Put Make sure you put header like name, phone number, and then address, or put company, Mr. VA Coach, contact person's name, Drey Samyun, and then phone number, and then the address, or plus you put website if you need to. So that's one example. However, when it comes to skip tracing, it's taking a lot of time. It's really taking a lot of time, guys. So that's why you can see also people are offering selling it or ready-made, done for you already. And then there are also clients that they want to do it by their own or by their VA. If you know how to skip tracing, it's also your advantage. It's one step ahead. You're one step ahead. So what I mean by that is when client are doing their own skip tracing, it means they have their own tools. They have paid tools. Long time ago, I think 2019, there is this website truepeoplesearch.com or .net. Like I think all the Filipino VAs are using it, especially to those in real estate wholesaling niches or clients, because just give you it will give you, I think, three options. You put the name of the person and hit search. It'll give you like a lot of phone numbers and addresses right there. Or if you have the phone number, you don't have the person's name, You use the phone number and you hit search. It will give you all the names and all the addresses. Or if you don't have the phone number, you use the property address or the company address or company name, and then you search it. Boom! It gives you all the information right there. All you have to do is just copy and paste. So there are people like that, or there are also automatic skip tracing tool. I think Spokio. I forgot the finder, like um, phone finder or something like that. These are the example where you can just put the information. They call it, I think, reverse tracing. So they're gonna use your address, and then it can bring up your name and your phone number, or they're gonna use your phone number and it can bring up your residential, your house that you own, and your name right there will appear. So that's the skip tracing, guys. So let's move to the next techniques. So this techniques. What are techniques? Of course, you're gonna be thinking right there. Okay, I already know now. I have already the background. I already have the foundation of uh, of the task or the daily routine of code color, or how you do it using what tools. Now your question is how to reach out and what needs to be done for you to get your lead. So that's where the techniques to get the job done. So there's a lot. It's actually it's sky's the limit when it comes to techniques to get the job done. Being a cold caller, but I'm gonna discuss probably around five only. So let me see if I can discuss only five just in case. So let's start first. Okay, number one, techniques. First thing, one of the techniques that I'm using or strategy, make sure that you have ample of rest, because cold calling is really different. It's really different from inbound calling. Inbound is you are there sitting on your seat with your headset, and people wanted you. People wants to talk to you. People asking for your help. So all you have to do is just start your opening spiel. Hi, thank you for calling Mr. VA Coach. This is Drey Samyun. How can I help you today, sir? And that person will go into stop, blah, blah, blah. I got a problem with blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. So, right? Now, the cold calling is totally in reverse. It's pretty tough if you don't have the right mindset. I'm telling you. So, if you don't have enough rest and you're doing cold calling during nighttime because your client is in the US or in Canada, it's pretty hard for your mind to really function well, because you get dizzy. I mean, you get sleepy, you're tired, and all you think about is kailan ba ito matatapos para pahinga na ako. You become irritable, or um you get easily be mad, or sometimes you forget that it's just a job, and you don't take personally with all those objections or rejections. So that's one of the important thing, right? You gotta have enough rest. So if you're a VA, or if you want to be a cold caller VA, make sure during weekdays or weeknights rather, you are fully up and energetic. And once your shift is done, make sure you don't go out somewhere else. Stay at home, eat healthy foods, sleep really, really well. That's one of the important things. You got to rest, because your mind is really important, because you're calling out. When you call out people in the US, you have this 3-second rule. Okay, so next is the 3-second rule. What's 3-second rule? Some people are using two. I'm using three at least. 3 second rule. So at the very 3 second, you got to make sure that the persons that are receiving your call would be able to like caught your or yeah. I mean, you got to make sure that in the first 3 seconds you'll be able to catch their attention, because most of these people, especially if you're talking about B2B or calling businesses, these people are very, very busy. So if you call them, and especially if you're really from the inbound and you don't have experience outbound, and you're not being trained properly or thoroughly with this one, you're gonna be something like when you call it's like this. Hello, hello. Is this Drey? Hi, hi, Drey. My name is Mark. You know what? I'm calling. You're gonna have a lot of. You're gonna be stuttering, or you have a lot of fillers right there, and you sound not confident. It's because it's different from the inbound, and you're used to inbound. Outbound is different. You gotta be in a hurry. You gotta like let them feel that the time is really precious. It's timeless actually, because these guys are busy. So you got to make sure that you go straight to your goal, and then you follow your script guide. So there has to be a script guide that will be given to you if you are a cold caller. So script guide, there's a lot of them right there. You can also find script cold calling script on the internet or Google. You can Google it so you can see it right there. Usually, parts of this script is introduce yourself, who you are, and from what company you're calling, reason for calling, why you are calling, and then your offer. These will always be your three. These three should always be present in your first 3 seconds. So, and then you start your spiel. Start your spiel. So if you can't do it in the 3 seconds, make it 5 or 6. You know, so that's why it's very important. If you speak very good English in this kind of task, every client wants to have you. Then you have the ability to reach out and keep going, and don't take those objections personally. Clients would love to bring you. Know this. The reason also why they're delegating this to Filipinos or to other countries or to other people is because this is very tedious, and it's something that they don't want to do as well, because they keep on hearing rejections, objections, and it's a waste of time for them. Instead of them doing it, they need to focus on like closing deals, growing the business, those tasks that really matter in the business. So that's why they were going to delegate this. But of course, they cannot just delegate to anybody that yeah that people can speak or sound well over the phone. But most clients pitfall is when they hear people sounds good over the phone or even in Zoom, they think that not all clients, okay, but there are some clients that I've observed that once they hear you sounds good, pronounce it well, they will think, okay, you're good. And then they said, then after a few days or a week or two, they then realize what, or they then observe that why my VA is not getting appointment. She sounds good. He sounds good. It's because guys, they came from inbound. Outbound is totally different. Bali, sa outbound, tayo yung nangangailangan sa kanila. Tayo yung merong i-offer sa kanila. Tayo yung sa Bisaya pa, kita ang nangamho sa ila, kita ang naituyo, right? So that's the difference. So it's part of selling really compared to inbound. So once again, going back, rest, right? Rest, and then second, the 3 second rule, and then let's talk about The third one. So rest, 3 second rule, and then script. Now, a lot of people saying that you don't need script. I mean, script. You don't need to memorize the script. Yes, I agree with them. But if you're a beginner, it's very, very important for you to memorize the script first. If you're a beginner, memorize the script first. Memorize, memorize, memorize. Sometimes you don't need to really memorize all of them. Okay, it's because once you memorize all of them, what's going to happen sometimes is you don't understand the flow. You don't understand anymore why you are saying these words over the phone to the people that you're talking to. So when you memorize it, you have also to make sure that first you understand it. Don't just memorize it and you don't understand. So memorize it, understand it. Or sorry, understand it and then memorize it. So I want to say the third one is understand and memorize it. Talking about the script, okay? Understand it and memorize it. That's the number three. So why? Why? It's because it's like this, guys. Once you understand it, then you memorize it. And if there are objections that is not part of your objections list, because you understand it, plus you memorize it, you can go like, even though the client will going to go around and around, you can still respond. You can still do rebuttal if you need to, but the best way is to respond according to the idea or thought, because you already understand the script. You already understand the flow, and you already understand your job as a cold caller and what's your function and what are you there doing it for. Okay, so understand it and memorize it. Now, in our training, I always have this. I created this. I call it rebuttal game. So it's I found it enjoying. Actually, it's fun because it will help you master your response time and your rebuttal. You don't it. I mean, at first you need to memorize it, but I require our trainees not to really memorize it when it comes to rebuttal, just to make sure they have the script on the front of the screen or on the side of their computer. Because once you have the rebuttal on the side of your screen, and then somebody or one of your prospects shoot you a different rebuttal, and then because you understand it, then you can still use those rebuttals scripts right there. Now, the rebuttal game that we have, I'm giving all the rebuttals list to all the trainees, and then what I do is just I say the objection and I call their name randomly. And once I call their name, they have to say their rebuttals. And I got to do that, or you got to do that every day. So that's rebuttal game. I call it rebuttal game. You might want to do that. If you can see rebuttals list on Google, try search it on Google. You can see rebuttals list right there. Download it and then try it. The rebuttals and then the objection. So you can ask your friend, or if you are a team, or if you've got friends that wants to be a cold caller as well, and you guys want to train, study before going to any agency, trainer, or coaching. You can try that. I'm pretty sure, guys, it will help you like a lot. You do that, it can help big time for sure. A lot of people that loves it or were able to use that strategy. Okay, so again, rest, and then 3 second rule when you call. And then the third one is understand it and memorize it. Okay, understand it and memorize it. So that even though the objection is not on your objections list, you still be able to respond or do rebuttals in your own way on your own strategy based on the idea because you understand your process, your call flow. Okay. So number four, let's go to number four. Um, Rest, 3 second rule, understand it and memorize it. And the understand it and memorize it, the part of the rebuttal, that's where the rebuttal game is. And the fourth one is the dialer. So dialer, guys, it can also help you getting the job done if you know how to use the dialer. Now, I know we mentioned earlier, uh, you got to master the dialer. Now, what are the things or features that you need to master the dialer? Which part of it? And number one, where to go back if you missed a call or if you have a disconnected call. You got to know how to call it back. You got to know how to call that person back. So you got to master. That's why it's very important to master your dialer settings, not to become techie, but to, when I say master your dialer or master the dialer, is be familiar with your dialer so that you won't gonna be ending up like reaching out to your client, how to do this again, sir? How to do this again? Guys, that's very annoying to most clients because they expect you to be a self-starter as a VA. It's one of the requirement. That's what we discussed, I think, 3 weeks ago or last month. One of the requirements as a VA is to become a self-starter. Like, be resourceful. Be like solve your own technical challenge or your questions right there. Do your best to solve it by your own, or reach out to your friends or to your um, to the people that you know that can solve it. If you master the dialer, you'll be able to surprise your client. They'll be able to surprise. I mean, you'll be able to surprise them, and they think, "Oh, you did that? I didn't know that." Sometimes do that, or they would tell you, "You know what, Dre? I've been using this dialer for almost a year now. I didn't know that you can do this." So you are one step ahead. Master the dialer. What these are the things that you need to master inside the dialer. How to call back. First one is it's easier for you to know how to make calls, but how to call back once there's disconnected. You might want to write down if you are new in the VA. I mean, in the VA. I mean, sorry, in the cold calling VA. If you are new, so you might want to write this down. One thing you need to know is how to make calls using a dialer. Number two, how to call back if you got disconnected call. And then number three, how to, when you call back, how to segregate them. Not all dialers can do that, but if you know how to segregate the people that you talk to and then circle back again, call them back again after 2 weeks or three, that would make that would stand out your strategy or your performance. Because one of um, the challenging part of being a cold caller, guys, is when to follow up. Ang dami mo nang tinatawagan. Meron nag-yes, meron maybe. Tapos, because you don't know how to manipulate or navigate the settings, or you weren't able to master or study well your dialer, you don't know when to go back to those people. You don't know when to follow up. You don't know if those people, if you follow up them after 2 weeks or after 3 weeks, they're going to say yes to what you're offering. So you got to master the dialer. Okay? Again, rest. Make sure you have all the energy. Your brain is totally rested. 3 second rule with your script. In the 3 seconds, make sure you be able to like catch the attention of the person that you're calling or talking to. Number three, understand it and memorize it. Talking about the script. And number four, you got to master the dialer. Okay. Now, number five, let me check. Yeah, probably I can share number five only. So at least we got five um, topics under the techniques to get the job done. I hope I can do six or seven. So number five is actually um, master dialer. Wait, rest one, rest, two secure, three center rule. Okay, master. And then the the fifth one is to how to segregate them. Remember, I just told you, you gotta know how to call those people back inside your dialer. Which settings, which button you need to click. When was the last call made, right? So once you be able to do that, it will give you one step ahead. Plus, strategies is like this. I'm gonna the number five is call back callback buckets. Probably we can say callback buckets or callback strategy. Now, all those people that you talk to, if, for example, the features of your auto dialer doesn't have like putting or tagging them that you talk to this is maybe, this is no, this is maybe, this is no, this is maybe, like that, and then you don't, when you go back to them, there is no date indicator that okay, this is the last time you talked to the person. Or if there is, but it gives you a lot of them and hundreds of them, especially if you're doing automatic calling, it's pretty tough for you to do it, to check them one by one. So callback strategy is you got to create your own Excel sheet, and then you put the header like on the top headers. First one is you put there warm, or you can start with cold, warm, hot. Those three. Now cold, you can put cold, call them back, and those are maybe or no or something. But you can sense that pwede pa to, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So for cold, actually, you can call them back maybe after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So put them all right there. These are the cold cold leads or cold calls. When I say cold, not literally the cold calling, right? The wrap up or the strategy, the tagging of your list. It's like the journey of your prospecting. The people that you talk to. Cold is to follow them up after 3 weeks or two. Warm, follow them up. For warm, follow them up every 3 to 4 days if it's warm. There are people doing it every once a week. So it's up to you, 3, 4, or once a week. Every 3 days or 4 days, or follow up them once a week. And hot, meaning these people are really hot, meaning just a little bit of probably tickle para they're gonna buy what you're offering to them. So this has to be followed up every day if possible, or every other day. You do that every day if you can do it, or every other day, because those guys just a little bit of one, or probably just one step, and they're gonna decide. You don't want other people to catch them and then they decide with those people, right? So you got to follow up with them. So either you do texts or calls, but anyways, let's not talk about text yet, because it's a different settings and strategy once you have text capability on your dialer. So let's just talk about calls right now. So again, guys, rest, 3-second rule, understand it and memorize it. Master the dialer. Make sure you're very familiar with the dialer and settings. attend a training, go out there, find a coach if you need to. Call back strategy. So make sure you have the strategy of your calls or your prospecting, your leads, when to call back, and who's the one that you need to call back every day, who's the one that you need to call back every 2 weeks, and who's the one you need to call back once a week. Don't just keep calling, and you because if you don't have this, guys, you'll be ending up, especially if the client doesn't have like a lot of calling list, probably after 3 weeks or before a month, tapos na yung list mo. Like, ubos na, and you're gonna complain, or you're gonna ask your client, I don't have list anymore. And if your client will tell you, recycle it. Recycle is a term for call them back again, all of them. So that's what they call recycle. The term recycle is like that. That's what it means. So if you don't have those strategy, those sequence, cold, warm, and hot, then you're probably gonna keep calling again and again, just hoping that somebody will going to answer your phone call with those people that you already talked 3 weeks ago, right? And then there's a big chances that you'll be frustrated, and then there's a big chances that you're gonna ask the new list, ask a new list or a new batch of list from your client. And know this, guys, calling list is so expensive. It's so expensive. So if you know how to like handle or use the calling list efficiently, your client's going to love you. Your client wants to keep you, especially if they're able to see your strategy, your techniques. Oh, you got that, good, it's nice. So it's easier for them to like um, give you small chunks of calling list, rather than they buy the big ones. It's so expensive, right? So they're gonna love you for sure. Okay, I think that's it for tonight, guys. So um, we talk about the ultimate cold calling foundation tonight. So don't forget. I hope you got something tonight. I hope it helps to those people, especially for those don't know about cold calling yet. Cold caller VAs, or want to be cold caller VAs, aspirants, or even to those VAs already who wants to know about cold calling. I hope this one helps to you guys over there. And if you have any questions, please comment below. And let me recap again. So what we talk about is auto dialer, calling list, web form, skip tracing, and the strategies right there. I hope this evening made something tonight for you guys. So I think that's it for me. And I can't wait helping anybody right here who wants to be part of our like free masterclass or training. Just visit our website, www.mrvacoach.com, and you can click that free VA training. Okay. And before we end this too, let me share you something that can help you keep going in this kind of task or job as a cold caller. So I want to share the the Bible verse that can resonate. This is for me. I'm just going to share it to you. It might going to help you too if you pick cold calling job as a VA. Second Timothy 1:7. So it's a new international version. For the Spirit of God gave us does not make us timid, but give us power, give us love and self-discipline. Now, why I'm sharing this to you guys, why I believe this can help you, uh, and it's a best fit also for cold call, because when you do cold calling, guys, every day, I don't know for those experience out there, but in my experience, for you to get one lead, you have to go through like 100 or probably more no's or rejections before you get one. So if your mind is not that fully, I mean, if your spirit and mind is not that high, your self-esteem is low, ma-discourage ka. Like you get discouraged easily, probably gonna ask yourself, I'm not so sure if this is the right job that I need to do. But if you have that faith, you use this, you can try this actually because this helps me. I'm pretty sure it can also help you. Try it. Walay mawala sa inyo, guys. Because this one can help you keep going. It encourages you to, you know, approach cold calling with confidence and discipline. Ma-remind ka na disiplina lang to and apply those strategies that we talked the five ones. Apply those because to gain or to apply those is you have to have discipline. You gotta discipline yourself, guys. And most successful people, they have that word discipline. All right. And practical tips for cold callers out there or want to be cold callers. This can also help. Pray before you start making calls, because once you pray, it's a different way of attracting. Once you pray, Lord, give me the leads tonight. Give me this. Make me a powerful cold caller, and let me be sound, interesting over the phone, so that these people that I be able to talk to love my offer and want to say yes about what I'm offering. Stay positive. Now, staying positive is not actually like you keep on thinking that it will happen and you're not doing anything. No, staying positive is you keep calling, you keep calling. Make sure you do a lot of calls while at the same time thinking and telling yourself, I know somebody out there are just waiting for me because they want my offer. All right? Set goals. Every day you gotta set goals. Like tell yourself today, tonight, I'm gonna be aiming 5 leads, or I'm gonna be aiming 10 leads. We don't know, or I'm gonna be aiming 2 leads, right? So set goals daily. Always set your goals daily. And then number 4, reflect on the scripture. Open up a Bible. I would suggest you go to either Psalms or um, Proverbs, or you can go to Job if you want, like about patience. You go to Job because one of the strategy and one of the mindset that you need to have for being a successful to become a successful coach is you gotta have a lot of patience and faith, because you gotta go through a lot of no's. You have to collect a lot of no, I don't like you. No, I don't want to talk to. No, I don't like what you're offering. Hey, put me out of your list. Take me off your list. Hey, put me on a DNC. Don't call me back. I don't want to hear you. You talk like a scammer. So imagine, guys, every day you hear a lot of that. It's negative, right? So if you don't have like the spiritual approach of your mind and yourself, you'll be discouraged, and you're probably gonna um, change the industry, or probably gonna stop working as a cold caller. So, and then the last one, of course, thank you, thank you for attending. Thank you for attending or being with us in the VA radio. It's Sir Ray. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you have any questions, I think that's it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer it. Boom, 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 boom. Let me check. Check the VA radio. Okay, yeah. So, yes, thank you so much once again, everybody. Sir Ray, the VA radio team, and I know you got some meetups. Hopefully, I'll be able to join soon. All right. So we have for those who sign up our website actually. So I was just informed that our automations, the emails got messed up a little bit. Just stay right there. We're gonna fix it. And then for those who didn't receive our training, our replay training, you can actually respond to that email or reply back saying that I didn't receive the email, or respond or reach out to me on Facebook, or respond to me on our Facebook page, Mr. VA Coach page or dash page right there. So once again, this is your Mr. VA Coach tonight, Drey Samyan. Always love to help you and always wants to see you and help you succeed in life. And always know God loves you. God wants you to be successful. God wants you to have a lot of money so that He can make you the blessings or the flow of the blessings and bless other people, making this world a better place. Thank you once again. Thank you, VA Radio. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in and streaming with us today, right here at the VA Radio. We appreciate you being a part of the journey. Until next time, take care and stay tuned.
Good morning, coffee's brewing strong. Got my headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. With the VA Radio boosting your scene. It's the VA Radio where you wanna be.